Good evening, future LPTs. This is the third video I made for your LET review as the LET examination is coming soon. So the presentation consists of 50 questions on general education or Gen Ed. Okay, of course, answers are provided. So after giving the answers, I will be giving some short explanation of that answer. Okay, so let's begin. Question number 1. Thou shalt love God and thy honor above all things. God as the fountain of all truth, of all justice, and of all activity. And thy honor is the only power which will oblige thee to be truthful, just, and industrious. So this is one of the commandments lifted from whose Decalogue? The answer is Apollinario Mabini. Okay, so let me read the true Decalogue by Apolinario Mabini. Okay? A Decalogue for Filipinos. Okay? It goes, Thou shalt love God and thy honor above all things. God is the fountain of all truth, of all justice, and of all activity. And thy honor the only power which will oblige thee to be faithful, just, and industrious. So Apolinario Mabini was also known as brains of Philippine Revolution. Number 2, the preservation and development of Filipino culture should be one of the responsibilities of the state as provided in the Constitution in order to promote what? The answer is historical awareness. So, culture preservation is maintaining culture that can be done through studying, storing historic artifacts. So if people lacks awareness of our own culture, so this could eventually cease to exist. Number 3, the Filipinos want to be accepted by his fellow man for what he is and to be treated according to his status. So he can achieve this by socializing with his fellow man within the norms of the society. So when we say norms, these are the appropriate and expected behavior that are held by most members of the society. Kasi, if you're not living within the norms of the society, you'll be labeled deviant or kakaiba. So you have to live and socialize with your fellow man within the norms of the society to be accepted. Question number 4. So, mass society is described as being composed of anonymous individuals. The word anonymous here is used to convey the idea that the individuals involved. Okay, so what is the answer? Letter A. Okay, have little influence on decision making since they are not recognized. So when we say anonymous, they are not identified by name. Number 5. Which of the following forces of social change have the greatest impact upon the traditional Filipino family on 20th century? Okay, the answer is industrialization and urbanization. Okay, explanation. Bakit? Bakit ganun yung answer natin? So, urbanization resulted to deforestation, pollution. Industrialization has also increased demand for workers that led masses of people to transfer from their rural farms to the cities. So this impacts the traditional Filipino family. Number 6, the voyage of Ferdinand Magellan is considered the greatest single achievement in the history of sea exploration and discovery because it, yes, the answer is letter D. It marked the first circumnavigation of the globe. Okay, so Magellan's expedition circumnavigates the globe. Okay, circumnavigates means sailing or traveling all the way around the globe. Okay, so that's um the explanation, no, of the greatest single achievement in the history of sea exploration by Magellan. Okay, so number 7. Of the following statements, the best example that represents functional illiteracy is inability to apply basic communication skills in expressing ideas. Okay, so when we say functional illiteracy, a person have some reading and writing skills but are inadequate to manage daily living and employment, so tasks that require communication skills. So in contrast, uh, when we say illiterate, a person is not able to read or write at the most basic level. Number 8, through the process of socialization, the individual is able to, yes, through the process of socialization, the individual is able to function as a contributing member of the group. So the answer is letter B. Okay, why? The aim kasi of socialization is to provide social, emotional, and cognitive skills to people so that they will function successfully in the society. Number 9, which of the following teaching learning process demonstrate the action learning? Okay, let us understand the question. Demonstrate action learning approach to values education. The answer here is letter D. Okay, students and teachers participate in a community immersion program. Okay, so it allows, when we say community immersion, it allows individuals who are not familiar with the people in that community to immerse themselves in that setting, to give them the chance to reflect, no, on the values, attitude, and gain cultural understanding. Number 10, an aspect of Philippine culture does not much to promote does much to promote interpersonal communication beyond the community boundary is the, okay, among this, what is the answer? It's fiesta celebration, because during fiesta celebration there is an exchange of information, chit chat of all uh, goers there. So there is a exchange of information between two or more people. So there will occur interpersonal communication. Next, number 11. So Mindanao is a home of several ethnic groups with great and colorful culture. One of them is the Blaan from northern part of Cotabato. What does what practices does the Blaan tribe is known for? Okay? The answer is letter A. They are known for their unique style of weaving. Okay, so Blaan is located in a small village in Sarangani, Mindanao. Okay, they are very known for their weaving. Next, question number 12. Severino Reyes and Hermogenes Ilagan were the most distinguished playwrights in the Philippine Contemporary Arts. Which of the following field were these writers were known for? Okay, is it drama, condiman, cenaculo, zarzuela? The answer is letter D, zarzuela. Okay, so what is zarzuela? Zarzuela is a Spanish traditional form of musical comedy. Okay, and when we say playwrights, they create script, tell stories through words and actions of characters, and they're the one who writes the plays. Number 13. One of the strengths of the Filipino character is pakikipagkapwa-tao. This is manifested in all of the following except, okay, so here, letter A, malasakit. B, pakikiramay ko. Malasakit is pakikipagkapwa-tao. Pakikiramay is pakikipagkapwa-tao. Pakikiramdam is pakikipagkapwa-tao. The question is, this is manifested in all of the following except. Okay, take note po tayo sa mga except. Okay, so the answer here is letter D. Lakas ng loob or moral strength or fortitude. Okay, hindi po siya pakikipagkapwa-tao because it is more on okay, intrapersonal. Next, question number 14. The fundamental aim of ASEAN as an organization of Southeast Asian nations is to, okay, the answer is letter B, foster the economic, social, and cultural cooperation. So the explanation here is that the ASEAN Declaration states this, no? The aim and purpose of the association is number one. This is the very basic aim of the organization: foster economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region. Number 15. To be a moral person is, okay, how could you become a moral person? Okay, so the answer here is be acceptable by society. Okay, so when we say morals, we are the prevailing standards of behavior. It refers to what society sanction as right and acceptable. Okay, so if you are a moral person, then you are acceptable by your society. Number 16. After the revolution, Macario Sacay went underground and established a republic based on the ideology of Bonifacio Jacinto Katipunan. What do you call the republic established by Macario Sacay at his headquarters in the top of Mount Cristobal? Okay, is it Katagalugan, Republika ng mga Filipino, Republika ng Katipunan, Republika ng San Cristobal? The answer is letter A, Republika ng Katagalugan. Okay, so Macario Sacay established the Republika ng Katagalugan in the mountains of southern Tagalog. His first headquarters was in Mount Cristobal, Tayabas. 17. Okay, so it focuses on the relationship among human and groups living together in the society. Okay, so what is the answer? Now, when we say anthropology, it studies the human society's culture and their development. When we say psychology, the study of human mind affecting behavior. And when we say biology, it is a study of living organisms. So the answer here is sociology. Okay, focuses on the relationship among human and groups living together in the society. Number 18. Who was known as the Tagalog Joan of Arc because of her martial exploits during the Revolution? Okay, so the answer is Agida Kahabagan. Okay, take note. Teresa Magbanwa was known as Joan of Arc ng Visayas. Okay, so the answer here is Agida Kahabagan. Okay. She was reportedly often seen in the battlefield dressed in white, armed with a rifle and bolo knife. She was appointed general in 1899 by General Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay, so the answer is letter C, Agida Kahabagan. 19. Democracy refers to the involvement of all citizens in the control of government, while an oligarchy relegates control of government to, okay, what's the answer here? It's select a few. Okay? Ito talaga yung keyword ng oligarchy. Okay. So, oligarchy is a type of ruling structure po in which a few willed people. Okay, so sila yung nag-govern. Few people lang in the oligarchy. Number 20. The principal legal forms of business organizations are letter A. The answer is single proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Now, when we say single proprietorship, it is owned by single person, one person. And when we say partnership, it is owned by two or more. Okay, and corporation, it is owned by many, okay, five or more persons putting together their resources for a purpose of doing business to earn profit. Question number 21. Radium was discovered by, okay, radium was discovered by Perry and Marie Curie. Okay, so radium in the form of radium chloride was discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie in 1898. Number 22. The primary source of the objectives of education in the Philippines at present is, okay, the primary source. Okay, the answer is Philippine Constitution. Okay, let me read. This is extracted from the Constitution, Article 14, Education. It goes, the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible for all. Okay? 23. The Code of Kalanchow, which was written in 1433, gave the early Filipinos insights into, okay, the answer is personal and social relations. So the Code of Kalanchow, it has 18 articles, okay, that emphasize the personal and social relations. So example, in Article number 1, let me read. Thou shalt not kill or steal. Code of Kalanchow po ito. Okay? Thou shalt not kill or steal, hurt the aged. You shall punctually meet your debt. Okay? No one shall have wives too young, and so on. So it pertains into the personal and social relations of the people. 24. Emilio Jacinto's literacy works were written in Tagalog and a small part in Spanish. The best in all of these works was written in October 8, 1897. It was visibly an imitation of Rizal's Mi Ultimo Adios. What was the title of the poem? Okay. The title of the poem is A la Patria. Letter B. Okay. So on October 8, 1897, Emilio Jacinto, dubbed in the Philippine history, no, um the brains of Katipunan, he wrote A la Patria, or to the Fatherland, a patriotic piece inspired by Mi Ultimo Adios, written by Dr. Jose Rizal. Okay, it's A la Patria. 25. Okay, so without limiting the rights of parents to rear their children, the Constitution provides compulsory elementary education for, okay, A, physically able individuals, all children of school age, children of preschool age, adult citizens, and of school youth. The answer here is letter B, all children of school age. Okay, let me read the basis no, of our answer. Paragraph 2, Section 2, Article 14 of the Constitution clearly echoes that the state shall maintain a system of free public education in the elementary and high school levels without limiting the natural right of parents to rear their children compulsory for all children of school age. Okay, dito po nanggaling yung sagot natin. Okay, paragraph 2, section 2, article 14 of the Constitution. Number 26, the Benevolent Assimilation Proclamation on December 21, 1898 was the first official indicator of American policy regarding the Philippines. So it expressly the intention of the U.S. to stay in the Philippines. Okay, it expressed also um, it expressed indicated the intention of the United States to stay in the Philippines by exercising the right of sovereignty over the Filipinos. Who was the American president who issued this benevolent assimilation policy? Okay, is it Roosevelt, McKinley, Eisenhower, Wilson? The answer is McKinley. Okay, so, President McKinley issued the Benevolent Assimilation Proclamation proclaiming that the military government maintained in Manila is is to be extended to the whole Philippine island. So it's President McKinley. So what is that benevolent assimilation? It stated that future control, disposition, and government of the Philippine island had been ceded by the United States of America. Okay, so question number 27. The breakdown of feudalism started first in Russia, England, France, Hungary. The answer here is England. Okay, so why? So in the later medieval period, the feudalism began to diminish in England with the eventual centralization of government that began around the first quarter of the 14th century. Okay, so the answer is England. Okay, number 28. In the teaching of democratic beliefs in the classroom, which of the following is the most consistent with current educational throughout? Okay. The answer here is the democratic beliefs can be taught on respect for individual worth and faith in the ability of people to govern themselves. Number 29. In Moral Recovery Program or MRP was formally launched and promoted, encouraging all sectors to adopt the ideas of pro-people, pro-country, and pro-nature through what is that proclamation? Okay, the answer is Presidential Proclamation number 62 of 1992. Okay, so this proclamation number 62 series 1992 declaring a moral recovery and enjoining active participation of all sectors in the society. So the Philippine president during this time, it was proclaimed by President Fidel V. Ramos. Okay, question number 30. During the American Civil War, the Battle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, was fought in, the answer is, of course, Pennsylvania. Okay, so the Battle of Gettysburg was fought on July 1 to 3, 1863, in and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, so the battle involved a large number of casualties. So the answer here is Pennsylvania, letter B. Number 31. Okay, so which is the correct chronological order for the events in the history listed below? Okay, let us know the year, no? When did this happen? Okay, one, execution of Dr. Jose Rizal. That is 1896, December 30, 1896. Second, declaration of the first Philippine independence. Okay, it was during June 12, 1898. And third, EDSA Revolution, February 1986. And the World War II is 1939 to 1945. So the answer here is letter B. Okay? First, the execution of Rizal. Second, the declaration of first Philippine independence. Third, the World War II. And the third is the EDSA Revolution. Kasi chronological order po yung tanong. It is very important that you understand the question. Next, question number 32. How many hectares of land can a landowner retain during Marcos government? Okay, the answer is letter A, 7 hectares. Okay, let us read the explanation of this. So, Presidential Decree number 27 of October 21, 1972 restricted land reform scope to tenanted rice and corn lands and set the retention limit at 7 hectares. Number 33. An important factor which has contributed to the weakness in the internalization of desirable social values is the use of approaches which are cognitive rather than affective. Okay, so contributed, the question is contributed to the weakness in the internalization of desirable social values. So, kasi we are so focused, no, we are very conscious with the intellectual activity, cognitive, rather than affective. 34. Who was the founder and first editor of La Solidaridad in Barcelona, Spain, and was considered the greatest orator of the Filipino colony in Spain? Okay, who was that person? It was Graciano Lopez Haina. Okay, so Graciano Lopez Haina was the first editor and he was replaced by Marcelo H. Del Pilar. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Graciano Lopez Haina. 35. Okay. So what is the social scientist's explanation of the relationship of a leader to history? Okay? The answer here is leaders are products of their times. 36. One of the stages in the moral development approach, which is an instrumental relationship, is best illustrated by, yes, everyone is an instrument for good deeds. 37. The Constitution provides that no educational institution shall be established exclusively for aliens, except this for. Okay, so take note, may except na naman. Okay, so the answer here is except for foreign diplomatic personnel and their dependents. Okay, so let us read let me explain, no, the basis of this answer. So based on the 1987 Constitution, Article 14, Section 4, it states that no educational institution shall be established exclusively for aliens, but the provision shall not apply to schools established for foreign diplomatic personnel and their dependent. 38. The Katipunan in Cavite was divided into factions, the Magdiwang and the Magdalo. While the Magdiwang in Cavite was led by Mariano Alvarez, who led the Magdalo faction. Okay. Sino ang leader ng Magdalo faction during those times? It was Baldomero Aguinaldo. Okay. So why? Okay, so Magdalo was a faction of Katipunan, which aims to gain independence from Spain. It was named after, okay, the Magdalo, it was named after Mary Magdalene, a patroness of Cavite. It was officially led by Baldomero Aguinaldo. He was a cousin of Emilio Aguinaldo. Next, question number 39. So, the Philippine Constitution, recognizing the natural right and duty of parent in rearing the youth for civic efficiency and developing moral character, mandates that this should be supported by the, okay, schools. Number 40. A change in the shape or size of an object can be classified as, okay, the question is change in shape or size. Okay, is it chemical change, mechanical change, nuclear change, physical change? The answer is physical change. So physical change includes changes in size, changes in appearance, and changes in size of an object. Number 41, the thermometer measures temperature. Okay, so thermometer is an instrument used for determining temperature. 42, which of the following part of the circulatory system carries digested fats away from the intestines? The answer is lacteals. Okay, so lacteals are lymphatic vessels of the small intestine which absorb digested fats. 43. Which of the following statement is not true about comets? Okay, take note, statement that is not true about comets. Okay, letter A, comets generally have elongated elliptical orbits. B, comets are mostly frozen gases and cosmic dust. C, comets may go around the sun in any direction. D, comets glow by their own light. The answer is letter D. Comets glow by their own light. This is not true. Why? Because comets does not give off any lights of its own. What seems to be light from the comets is actually a reflection from our sun's light. Okay? So the answer here is comets glow by their own lights. This is not true. 44. A kind of tax based on the rate of which, okay, a kind of tax, yes, a kind of tax based on the rate of which decreases, okay, decreases as the tax base or bracket increases. What is the answer here? It is regressive. Okay, regressive tax. Regressive is the answer. Okay, why? Because regressive tax is a tax imposed in such a manner that the tax rate decreases as the amount subject to taxation increases. Number 45. What phase change shows a change from gas to solid? Okay, is it A, condensation, B, evaporation, C, deposition, D, freezing? The answer is deposition. Why? Because deposition is the phase transition in which gas transform into solid without passing through the liquid phase. Number 46, the El Nino phenomenon, which grabbed control of the world's weather machines, is identified by climatologists as, it is letter C, lack of rains, droughts, and crop failure. So, if there is El Nino phenomenon, there will be a severe drought that is associated with crop failure or food security. Number 47. The skull of a person increases in size rapidly during, the answer is babyhood. Okay. Baby skulls increases very quickly in the first 2 years of life. So as the brain grows, it stretches the sutures which signals to make new bone. So the answer is letter D, babyhood. Mas madali yung rapid yung increase in size ng skull. Number 48. A soda acid type fire extinguisher is recommended for putting up putting out fires which involve dry chemical. Okay, so a dry chemical fire extinguisher are able to put out fires caused by oil, textiles, paper, liquid, and electrical issues. Number 49. When the sun, earth, okay, as you can see in the image, when the sun, earth, and moon are arranged as shown in the figure below, what phenomenon is likely to occur? Is it earthquake? Is it solar eclipse? Lunar eclipse? Neap tide? The answer is lunar eclipse. So when the sun, earth, and moon are precisely aligned, a lunar eclipse will occur. During an eclipse, the earth blocks sunlight from reaching to the moon. Okay. So question number 50, fossils are most likely to be found in sedimentary rocks. Okay, fossils are the preserved remains mostly found embedded in the sedimentary rocks. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I hope that you learned a lot from this presentation. Rest assured that the answers here are based on facts. Okay, so please like, share, and subscribe in this channel. I will be uploading more videos so that you can listen or you can review this anytime, so you can play this. Even though may gagawin ka, you just can play this and listen to this presentation. Okay, so God bless us all and good luck on your LPT journey. Good evening once again.